were poor back then, dirt poor.
At the end of the second millennium, the DEC was dying.
A student had to live in a library, a hole in the wall.
I was both an undergrad and a postdoc in Old Campbell Hall. And during those times, New Campbell Hall was always only 2 years away.
And Shu went all the way to Taiwan. And Chris McKee to physics.
Food was so scarce, we built planter boxes on the roof. It was tough being cosmic gardener back then. Pot wasn't legal yet. We had to pretend it was corn.
In the spring, the pine tree right outside my window would shoot thick clouds of choking yellow pollen in through the window. We actually had to keep it closed all the time.
In Old Campbell Hall, I was sitting at my desk when Mark Krumholtz came in and said, "Hey, this is my old office. Look, that crack is still there, but it's bigger."
In the offices, there was a crack in the wall and a graph that kept track of how wide that crack had been over several years. The axis was in centimeters.
I wanted to get away from the windows and jump to the other side of the crack that went through the room.
I'd be sitting in my office, staring at the cracks,
Offices with deep cracks in the wall.
wondering the size distribution of earthquakes.
I remember John Arens would frequently block the sunlight in my office. He would say, "The UHEs from spinning magnetars is my last love affair with science."
And the dust. It was everywhere. All obsessed with it. I even wrote a thesis.
The emergency exit, the stairwell, where I was always afraid of the dogs roaming the halls, decaying fruit.
The origin of Scotch Hour is actually just a way of dealing with the fear that the building would crumble at any moment.
He would look up and say, "We will all die here. This building will collapse when the next earthquake comes."
And then the sirens would go off, and I'd be like, here it comes, our own collisional cascade.
Desperately, I tried to calm him down. Surely the best science of Campbell Hall is in its future. These walls will yet see the smiles and hear the laughter of children. This was 1 year before the June.
But I think in the end, it was the dust that drove him insane.
Then we moved to HFA.
What I remember mostly from HFA is the not so soundproof meeting place just across my cube.
And I spent my time chasing squirrels out of the building.
This was the place where the students practiced their talks. It was nice because then I could skip the official one. This is also the place where the faculty had the meetings. And as you can imagine, these were quite nasty.
I still remember very fondly the days in the undergrad lab below the roof without air conditioning.
And sweltering in 85-degree heat while my computer groaned under the desk.
To survive as a department, we need to leave it.
Hope you guys have it better in New Campbell Hall.
Asymmetric drift. There are more Japanese than Nepalese in Oxford in the summer, both because the population of Japan exceeds that of Nepal, and because Japanese have larger travel budgets than Nepalese. Figure 416 shows the prediction.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Professor Dr. Scott Tremaine.
I'm afraid graduate students aren't supposed to be working on Christmas.
Oh, you know how it is. Graduate students like myself, Josiah Schwab, and my compatriot Daniel Lecone, we don't have real lives, we just live to work.
Help! Help! What's the matter, Jeff Martin? HFA is flooding. Take these mops. Take these mops. Scott, take this mop.
Wait. I made sure to negotiate an urban almond mop panel as part of my sabbatical.
Oh my God. Help us, Professor Mariska.
Water! We need water! We're too weak to refill the bottles!
Oh my God, what's happened here?
For the love of God, Hody, help us! Tin roofing, greenhouse effect, solar cycle. She gave us a pencil and a thermometer, but it didn't help.
How is that supposed to fix things?
They told us it would. Why would they lie to us?
Oh, this is awful. I'm going to Building C to get help.
No, leave us!
Get off me! I can't take you with me. Oh! What happened here? It's like the Arctic tundra!
Help us!
So cold! How did this happen?
The air conditioning, we can't turn it off.
Why can't you just turn it off?
Ryan O'Leary had the remote.
But he left us and he took it with him. Curse him!
Oh, this is crazy. I'm going to talk to Raina. Only she can stop this madness.
No!
We need to leave! Don't leave! Don't leave! Oh, Raina, thank God you're here. The climate in HFA is going crazy. There's uncontrollable flooding, a massive heat wave, some kind of polar vortex. Please, Raina, you have to save us.
We're not meant to save the HFA, we're meant to leave it.
Raina! Raina, no, wait! Raina! Leave HFA! Raina, where would we go? To Harvard? Oh, Raina, please! Raina, I have students! Raina!
The first question lies in the word flow instability. A vortex layer between the jet and the outside atmosphere, and free vortex layers like this can be exceedingly unstable, with a fast exponential growth of disturbances of a certain type as they travel downstream.
Order of magnitude hotline, this is Eugene.
Hi, Eugene. This is Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Eugene, how close can I get to a supermassive black hole?
Well, Bill, that's a great question. Let me put it this way. The tidal radius of a black hole divided by its Schwarzschild radius scales as the mass to an inverse power. What I'm trying to say is, if you were to approach a supermassive black hole, you could cross its event horizon, no problem. But if you were to approach a black hole, say the size of myself, a Eugene black hole, why, the tidal forces would turn you into spaghetti. I would tear you limb from limb. Your entrails would be strewn across my event horizon. Next question. Order of magnitude hotline.
Hi, Eugene. This is Dexter. How many planets in the galaxy are orbiting supermassive black holes?
Ridiculous question. You've reached the voicemail box of Eric Petigura. Please leave a message after the tone. If you'd like to send a fax, press 5 now. Beep. Order of magnitude hotline.
Hi, it's Raina. How long is the journey from HFA to New Campbell Hall?
HFA to New Campbell Hall. Well, Raina, if you went in a straight line from HFA to New Campbell Hall, why, it would take several years. This is due mostly to the volume of Alex Filipenko's unopened boxes. What is in those boxes? No one knows, it's crazy. But if you were to create a wormhole, you could go right through in just several seconds. Next question, please. Order of magnitude hotline.
Hi, this is Tronzo Bestiale. What is my chance of having a faculty position? Well, as the great W.W. Campbell said, there is a strong and increasing demand for well-trained men and women to fill university and observatory positions. And I trust that the Berkeley Astronomical Department will have continuing growing success in starting promising students in their career in this pure science. Unfortunately, Stronzo, that was in 1904, and times have changed. Your chances are negligible. Sorry. Next question. Order of magnitude hotline.
Hi, Eugene. This is Becky.
Oh, hi, Becky.
How long does it take to write the Christmas play?
Oh. Well, let's assume for the sake of simplicity that it's the faculty play. And let's further assume that there's just one person writing it. And let's further assume that that person is me. No, I'm not going to write it for you. Time for sabbatical. Order of magnitude hotline. This is Eugene.
Hi, Eugene. This is Nina. How many labels do you think we need to get to New Campbell Hall?
Interesting question. Elliot and I were just discussing this in the context of keeping track of his graduate students. I finished arriving at an order of magnitude estimate. As you can see, it will require an inordinate amount of labels, 10 million of them. So it looks like we'll never get to New Campbell Hall. Sorry.
Policy at Elliot's group meeting. He decided his group got way too big, so we need to label all of you. So take a label, make sure you place it in the upper right corner and so it's visible from all sides. What's going on with that, Josiah?
Oh yeah, I know. It's the sign from last year's Christmas play. They made me wear it until it falls off.
Okay, let's get started. Today we have a talk by Stronzo Bestiale. Stronzo will be talking about
volcanoes, mountains on fire. So I will start my talk by introducing some equations that Elliot here discussed in his paper in 2014, and blah blah blah. And so, after 10 minutes of calculations, we get to this final result here. Very notorious equation. Huh?
Does C stand for speed of light in that equation?
No, that stands for Campbell Hall, as you can see from the subscript.
Hey, wait. They're not mountains. They're waves.
Yeah, there's more. Look at the result of this equation.
Whoa, that's the coordinates of our new home.
Yeah.
How did you get this?
I took your equations and I solved them. Didn't you know the result already?
No. The postal address of a building is the last thing you know.
Elliot, there must be a message for you.
Yeah.
Oh, when will we get a room scheduling system? I'm supposed to teach my cosmology seminar here.
I'm sorry, Martin Wise, but we also need this room.
Is this your group meeting?
This is actually the Christmas play, and actually your students are in the audience watching.
Oh, how droll. Is that seat taken?
Daniel?
What? Oh, well, if we Fourier transform Stronzo's equation, we get a different message.
Elliot, I think these messages are telling us that we shouldn't go to New Campbell Hall.
It's too noisy.
There's no soundproofing there.
No, come on. Okay, first of all, it's 2 a.m. We may not get on to the next speaker. Let's first thank Stronzo. Thank you, Stronzo.
Hey, Elliot, we have our meeting now, right?
Oh, Daniel, I'm so sorry, but I've been chosen. I've got to go to New Campbell Hall.
Wait, you're gonna go even though it's clearly too noisy?
No. Take this carrot. Come on, Daniel. By the time you've eaten that carrot, I'll have eaten 10 times as many.
You don't even know when you'll be back.
Don't make me leave this way. Don't do that. And Daniel, I recommend you, without reservation, forever. I'll come back.
Alright, so we have found enough labels to send 4 people scouting for a new home. Which locations do you think would be best?
Well, Imke, I think we should go to coordinates 3411 New Campbell Hall.
But we also got a message from Alex telling us to come to Mount Hamilton.
This is just a ploy to save Lick Observatory. We need to rely on physics here.
Maybe we've spent too long trying to figure this all out with theory.
I'm not surprised to hear a Berkeley observer dismiss the contributions of theory. I'm afraid I disagree. I support Elliot's plan.
Well, Scott, we have known each other since the Voyager launch. I trust you. We will go to New Campbell Hall.
You've made the correct decision. Well, I would go with you, but my sabbatical is over, and the postdocs at the IS are stationed at their chalkboards awaiting my return. Imke, it's always a pleasure.
Scott.
Eugene, Elliot, it's been just like old times. Mariska, you interpret your results more reasonably than most observers do.
Okay? Labels on. Eugene. Huh?
You ready?
To New Campbell Hall. We're here!
High fives, everybody!
Guys, I have a bad feeling about this place. We should have sent postdocs first.
Hey, Mariska, you check it out?
Oh, Elliot, I have tenure now. You can't tell me what to do.
All right, Mariska. If you do it, we'll make you full professor.
Well, in that case... What was that?
Attention staff, this is Lachlan speaking. Due to construction, the western staircase is currently closed. Please utilize other methods of interfloor travel. As a reminder, the walls of New Campbell Hall should not be touched under any circumstances.
I'm picking up some very strange gravity readings here. Elliot, don't you have something to do? Come on, be helpful.
I should check the soundproofing of my office.
Why don't you go do that?
And I'm going to look through my boxes. I wonder if the AV works.
You should not the walls!
I've made a huge mistake.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, at least the postdocs can have an office now.
Attention staff, the roof level is currently flooded. There is no access to the balcony at this time. Additionally, angular momentum is currently not conserved on floors 4 and 5. Please utilize other floors.
Wow! Look at this place! Cubicles as far as the eye can see. I feel at home already.
I'm still picking up these strange gravity readings, but I can't tell where they're coming from. Perhaps I'll check outside. I just need to prop this door open for one moment.
Alert! Alert! A door has been propped open. Initiating intruder ejection sequence.
No!
Mariska! Mariska, even 10 couldn't connect you in this world.
Imka,
Yeah.
come here. Look, if this probe is correct.
Verdamme! If these readings are correct, this trash can is a supermassive black hole? Black hole in your basement.
I wonder who's responsible for this.
Jeff?
So, you found my black hole, have you?
Jeff, how did you create a black hole without gas accretion?
I didn't need gas. I used coffee cups. Every Thursday, before the custodian would make his rounds, I would gather up the coffee cups and throw them into the trash can. Fortunately, the trash can was big enough that I could get close without being tidally disrupted. Sometimes, when I was hanging out with my undergraduate fan club down at Strata, I'd gather up the coffee cups from there too and throw them in.
Why, Jeff? Why?
So that I could do what everyone has dreamed since this building was first conceived.
Gas!
Only by creating a local distortion in space-time could I create what everyone in this building has wanted. A view of the Golden Gate Bridge from my office window.
Jeff, what have you done? You know that views of the bridge are extremely politically unstable.
If my calculations are correct, which they are, due to the time dilation from this supermassive black hole, the 5 minutes we've been in this building, 50 minutes has passed at the HFA.
Incoming transmission. Elliot Quader, you have 9 unwatched video messages.
Hey, Elliot, it's Leke. You didn't come to group meeting today, so I just wanted to let you know that our paper is finished. I'm very happy. I sent it to you, and all I need is your comments. So I'm waiting for those, and then I'm ready to submit.
Hi, Elliot. This is Mike. I applied for postdocs this year, but I guess you don't want to write me a letter of recommendation.
Hi, Elliot. It's Leke again. So we got scooped by the Arapo group. Not entirely surprising, since I never heard back from you. But it's okay. I made up some data points, and now our results look much, much better than those from Arapo. I just went ahead and submitted the paper, so we'll be famous soon.
Hi, Elliot. Good news. I got a postdoc at the ITC. Even without your letter of recommendation, because obviously I cared about your opinion anyway.
Elliot, hi. It's me. So someone found out I made up the data. I'm very happy about it. But the good news is I've decided to move to Taiwan and become a professional hang glider. If you need me, you can find me in the mountains. For now, Zai-Jen.
Hi Elliot, it's me, Emmett O'Leary. My dad, Ryan O'Leary, he's long since retired, but I'm going to grad school next year. Oh, also, Daisy had puppies, and then those Daisies had puppies too. So, say hi to Daisy 16. Say hi, Daisy 16. Bye.
Elliot, hi. Wow, things have changed. It's a long story, and I don't have time to explain everything, but the short version is that I have been made president of Taiwan, which is why I have to go, because my people need me, and I probably won't have time to call again. I just wanted to wish you a great life and all the best. Ciao.
Hi, Elliot. I'm a faculty member now at Harvard, and I beat your record in the 2048 tile game.
Elliot, I finished the carrot. I don't know what to do.
Warning, severe gravitational instabilities detected.
Bad news, guys. It looks like the black hole is destroying the building from the inside out. Good luck.
Other than the supermassive black hole, the building's perfect.
Great! It's much better than HFA.
Yeah, but we should probably leave.
How can we do that? None of the doors have door handles yet.
Well, I've done another calculation. If we use this massive black hole, we can create a wormhole back to the HFA. We can tell everybody we don't need 10 to the 7 labels to move here. And we can warn them about the supermassive black hole.
And we will stop Jeff.
And stop Jeff.
However, Elliot, everyone knows that's not how a black hole actually works.
Trust me, I'm a theorist.
Okay. Good luck. Elliot, wait. Should I go with you?
No, stay!
What?
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 It's too noisy! Hey, I'm inside a black hole, and it looks exactly like my calculations.
Great dogs roaming the halls. It came through.
The origin of Scotch Hour is actually just a way of dealing with the fear that the building will crumble at any point.
Pot wasn't legal yet. Had to pretend it was corn.
Hey, I can see Rena. Perhaps I can get a message to her. I'll just email. Dear Rena, I need to get a message to the faculty at the HFA. Please do that. Number 1, the Chang 2014 estimate is missing many, many factors of pi. 10 to the 7 labels are not necessary to move to New Campbell Hall. Number 2, make sure the trash cans are all way too small for coffee cups. Awesome, Professor Q.
Email. Sadly, this makes more sense than most requests I get. Sure, I can do this. Whatever.
All right, so thanks everyone for coming to our usual Thursday lunch meeting in HFA B1. I'm Al Glasgold, and we have a very special Thursday lunch for you today because we've decided to conduct a faculty search. So in light of the Chang et al. 2014 label estimates, we've decided to hire a new professor who can come up with ideas for how to generate the enormous number of labels that we need. Unfortunately, due to some gravitational effects inducing time dilation, each speaker will only get 1 minute and 10 seconds for questions, which corresponds to the usual 15 minutes at infinity. Okay.
Wait, should we wait for Josh Bloom? Oh no, that might be forever.
So our first speaker today will be our very own Francesca Fornacini.
Wait. I don't have a talk. I didn't apply for this job. Wait, I can't do this?
Oh, don't worry. We actually have your slides from the 1 minute colloquium still, and perhaps you could read the poem that you wrote.
Okay, fine. Okay. I analyzed stacked spectra of X-ray sources and demoed for children centripetal forces. The Norma arm is dominated by high-mass stars, so celebrate my 21st orbit at the Triple Rough Bar. Our sources have counterparts in the infrared. Here is some cake from the day I was wed.
All right, let's thank Francesca. So our next speaker is somewhat of an enigma. He's the author of numerous highly cited publications, but he rarely gives speeches. So it's our real pleasure to have with us today Dr. Stronzo Bistiale.
Hi everybody. I'm here to talk to you even if you ignored all my emails on my new theory, which is a new theory of gravity. And again, I want to say that gravity is important as a force in the universe, but is got wrong by a lot of people. And by watching the movie Gravity, I found out that there is a new effect in gravity that is never accounted for. If you look carefully at this scene, which is, by the way, one of my favorite ones, you can see that these two characters, which are orbiting around the ISS, are pulled in different directions by gravity. And they are one man and one woman. And they are basically attracted in different directions. This means that women and men have a different charge with respect to gravity. They are attracted in different directions. So this is my new theory, and I hope it will grant me a faculty.
Thank you, Dr. Bistiale.
Can I finish?
Sorry, you went a few seconds over time, so we only have 1 or 2 seconds left for questions. So, okay, that's all the time we have for questions. Let's thank Dr. Bistiale. Our next candidate comes to us from the exotic island Nublar University, and he is a real expert in the field of astrozoology. So let's please welcome Dr. Rauer.
It's pronounced Rauer. Thank you for the introduction. Here, hold on to this, will you? Hello, I am the highly regarded Professor Rauer. You've probably all heard of me. Some like to say I'm a dinosaur in the field of astrozoology, but I think that's exactly what makes me the perfect candidate for faculty at Berkeley. Now, there's been a flurry of interest in the field of astrobiology, but I can tell you the average man on the street is not going to be interested in detecting some organic compound in space or detecting water in the spectrum of some exoplanet. No! What the people really want is the technology to be able to communicate with extraterrestrials directly. And that is why, as a world expert in the field of astrozoology, you want to write that down, astrozoology, I've developed an invention which allows one to communicate with these aliens using highly magnified brainwaves. Now, not only does this device keep out government mind control rays,
thank you, Dr.
but it's pronounced Rauer.
And so our next speaker is again one of our very own. It's Becky, and she will be telling us some nice results about planetary families.
Sorry, it's been another late night at LA's group meeting. Okay. I used to study how gravitational interactions among planets can change each other's orbits. But lately I've started to question the paradigm of gravity, if that's really the most important force that shapes the architecture of planetary systems. Love is the one thing that and planets are companions, so they love each other. And when you love someone, you don't try to change them. I call this the nice model.
So I think that's our last faculty candidate, so that would conclude. Oh, it's a new faculty candidate.
I needed to relay a message.
You look really familiar. Do I know you from before?
Raina, I work here.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to steal any more of your time, so please. We have very limited time as it is already.
Oh, fine. I just needed to report an important update to the Chang 2014 equation. His order of magnitude estimate was missing a factor of pi. Actually, several pi's.
You mean, if you want to move to New Campbell Hall, we need pi times the number of labels that Eugene had created?
Actually, we don't need so many labels. We just need pi. The only way to guide people to move to New Campbell Hall is with desserts. Luckily, Bethany baked us some. One more thing. This is very important. Make sure the trash cans are too small for coffee cups.
All right, the new building isn't quite completed yet, but the state of California requires us to have an opening ceremony. Otherwise, the construction funds will have to be taken back out of Elliot's salary.
Wait, what?
Despite some small issues, the building is nearly completed, and the one thing that remains to be done is to find an image to project on the dome in the new lobby. Carl, I believe you had an idea?
Yes, well, Patricia has designed something which I think would really work in the space. It's a working model of Hera made out of bicycle wheels. It would fit perfectly there. I really think we should consider it. I don't know, what do you think, Aaron Parsons?
Carl, that's a really dumb idea. Maybe no redundant baselines. Ding! What's this? To everyone at Astro, Patricia has designed the sculpture to be attached to the ceiling of the new Campbell lobby. All the other designs are clearly terrible. Please vote for Patricia. Note to grad students, voting for this sculpture is a compulsory component of your degree. Carl.
I don't know about this, Carl. Jeff, did you have another idea?
I did. I was thinking we could do something like that big screen in the lobby of Cahill at Caltech. Only bigger and better. Everything changing with time.
That's a great idea. Jeff, I'm putting you in charge of the new dome projection system.
I've got hundreds of interviews in my time. I've never seen anything like this. The whole thing is it gives you a little feeling for what it would be like to be active. I mean, a video like this, somebody could see it. I don't know who will see this video. I want to start bugging the government. And a lot of people, they have me driving my car, but they want me to, stop, get out of my car. Am I going to sign a little form saying I sign off on this? I would like to take a little higher perspective. And from the very first organ tone that sounded a lot like, also sprach Zarathustra. Mara. For the last 20 years or so, I've been discovering planets around other stars. You know, we have like planets that are hidden. There's planets and stuff that are here sitting around. In there? They're having fun. They're hunkering down for the winter. That chicken there that's on the top, that's the one that was in the New York Times. Come on, guys! She's dancing! She's happy! There's a major and profound question. So, did you guys see Interstellar?
Campbell Hall.
What do I remember from Campbell Hall? Yes, I remember New Campbell Hall. Smooth floors and the wheelie chairs.
I was a postdoc in the New Campbell Hall, and that's where I started an outreach program for dogs.
Night in Campbell Hall had to be the bridge. Bridge of Death, as we all used to call it. They never quite finished the floor.
Bridge of Death. Yes. Well, there's nothing like the fear of a 30-foot drop to revitalize the mind and keep that pep in your step.
We used to instead link arms, side by side. We used to jump across. Team Berkeley.
I wish I could be there right now, running the Bridge of Death.
Just a couple of colloquium speakers. That way. It's a very sad thing. Very sad. But you know, it's not fast enough for Berkeley. It's a great joke. It's a great building.
Not long after arriving, I remember receiving a congratulatory letter, and I kept it all these years. I still think I have it somewhere here. Ah, yes, here it is. Congratulations on your new mini-bin system for camera.
To get up for more seats again. Glide to meetings, glide to seminars, glide to our computers. We do laps in the hallways. Orbits, we used to call them. That was around the time that one of Becky Dawson's dogs became the first non-human department chair. It was so progressive in those days.
I used to take all the dogs into the park and teach them about physics. Dogs with their teeth biting and their tongues licking.
And the science. Oh, we did some fine science in those days. Bet your britches. Then we started juggling while orbiting. And when we had that down, we went Cambridge style and started punting.
The stories about New Campbell Hall was the story of Davide Martizzi. He actually just made a tremendous breakthrough. He had discovered what dark matter is. But to celebrate, he started spending a lot of time with the dogs in the dog room. And for a while, we had a stray dog living there. Nobody really knew who it belonged to, it was just there. And what we think happened is this dog, it bit Davide, because he really went downhill after
This was the old New Campbell Hall, not the new Campbell Hall that we built in 2050. That was after global warming caused the Pacific to rise right up to the 6th floor, and we had to relocate the whole department to the top of the Campanile.
I close my eyes. I can still imagine myself back in the New Campbell Hall.
Sipping scotch while watching the sunset on the Golden Gate.
Yep. We did have some good times in that building.
If I could go back in time to those first few days and see all those faces again, I would tell them, hey, celebrate, because this is the best time of your lives. This is the dawn of New Campbell Hall, when the most amazing discoveries are yet to happen. They're right in your future. The most amazing, incredible things, the most incredible inventions, and I just wish I could experience it all over again.
You New Campbell.
Heat waves and flooding and birds ineradicable had rendered the HFA quite uninhabitable. We wanted to migrate to New Campbell Hall, but a label equation had caused us to stall. To move textbooks and telescopes, keyboards and cables, Eugene reckoned required squiggle millions of labels. So to choose the best place, we could only send 4. I'll come back to you, Daniel, Elliot swore. They found NCH was a beautiful sight, except for that pesky black hole in my right. In a trash can from coffee cups, it was construed by Professor Jeff Marcy's angle of view. It warped the time passage, and Elliot cried when he missed his group members' professional lives. He used the black hole to save Raina a message that the danger of rubbish bins Raina must presage, and reveal missing pie in Eugene's label figure, because departmental moves need desserts to be triggered. You didn't go gentle to New Campbell Hall, but with shouts, jubilation, glee, and glad calls. You stomached the first Christmas play in this space. When our jokes mocked the students, you kept a straight face. But we hoped that some antics did make you laugh. Happy Hanukkah, dear faculty, students, and staff. We'll get to be in charge of the next Christmas play.